with before. I think that's just what happens. That's what happens when your stream gets big. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Regicide Diplo game on Random Everything. And you can't see it here, but you should be able to see it here if I can find the king. Yeah, Santa Claus. HKP. With the proper color as well. The king is Santa Claus. So if you lose your Santa Claus, you unfortunately die. It is a very serious Christmas stream. Woo woo woo, Shulker. No Loom. He's lost 2 villagers to the wolves there. Or that's not Shulker, I'm sorry. I'm so used to Shulker being yellow. That's Foretell. It's a nomad start, I guess. You start with a castle, you start with a petard. And then you start with an archer range. My bad, Shulker. Stop choosing yellow. Maybe I won't make that mistake next time. I will introduce the players once I'm positive the game is not going to drop or be laggy for them. Like I said, the issue is when you have a bunch of new players in an 8-person team game with different maps, you never know if someone has a potato PC or wooden PC or wooden internet. What is it? Walmart, Wi-Fi, internet? I don't know. You never know. So rather than waste my energy casting this, I'll just pay attention to messages for the moment. By the way, is anyone getting random whispers and messages from someone in the Twitch chat right now? I'm just curious. Yeah, it's been a tough day for Foretell. Very tough day for Foretell. I tried to join. Dark Wisp, sorry man. Everybody filled the game lobby pretty quick. I think Foretell may have dropped here. I would prefer they just come back. A Foretell, if he's the host, would make the entire game drop for us as well. Okay. Oh, here's 11, by the way. That's what the taunt sounds like. There's a bunch of them.
Yes. No. Food, please.
So, you know, there's taunts for everything in this game, and 11 is the laughing one. I have a feeling this dropped, and it's going to say stream ended here in a second. But I could be wrong. The one petard doesn't really offer too much, because it takes 5 petards to kill a TC. I believe it takes 8 to kill a castle, maybe 10 to kill a castle. Actually, it would probably make sense that it's 10. Philster, I criticized him before because of his TC spot. I said that don't build farm TCs, and he's been working on it offline. He's talking to us in the Discord, and he just said, sorry T90 on TC again. Dude, build the TC next to the wood line. I guess he realized far too late. But maybe the game is fine. It seems like everyone's in the game, so I think we're good. Let's introduce the players. In the yellow, we have Foretell. Foretell's playing as the Saracens. In the orange, we have Nopzor. Nopzor playing as the Byzantines. In the blue, we have Jomanal. Jomanal is playing as the Koreans. In the purple, we have Nolo Finway playing as the Japanese. In the gray is Philster playing as the Turks. In the green is Dr. Friendfan playing as the Celts. In the teal, we have Fuzzy Llama. Oh my gosh, Fuzzy Llama, you need to research Loom. Look, guys, look at all the deaths on the overlay. 4 deaths for teal. And everyone else is losing Vils as well. Well, tough start for Fuzzy Llama. He's playing as the Huns. In the red is HKP. HKP is playing as the Franks. And, oh, he dropped. What? How did I miss that? Okay, whatever. I guess I didn't hear that noise when the pauses were there. Did he drop before that pause or after? HK, you guys all knew. I didn't know. HK Praetor's Castle is going to be a pain in the ass for the other until the Imperial Age. It will, it definitely will. Imagine if someone tries to scout with their Santa Claus and he doesn't have Rudolph to lead the way and he runs into that castle. Well, feels bad, man. T90 Cry HK, I'm sorry about that. Now people are complaining about yellow lagging. We're just going to be the spectators here, so hopefully we don't have to deal with a ton of lag. I always love it when people say, "Dumb player 4, fix ping." I can't tell you how many times in playing this game someone has said, "Fix ping." Like, I'm pretty sure if they had a laggy connection, they would fix it if they could. There's no magic button to press that, you know? So I hope that whatever's happening with whoever's internet right now, it will be resolved just in time. But I always found that funny. Like, don't drop, man. Yellow says, I'll try. He can't do anything. I used to always say that. I always used to be the reasonable guy in the game. And then people did not want reasonable in that situation. They just wanted to complain. Fix your ping. Silver Dragon, I can't do anything about it, man. Fix face. I can't do anything about that either. Don't bring it up, man. Not around the holidays. Joe Manal is the first to advance to feudal, and he is the highest rated player in this game, and this is quite a good build from him. Interesting style, because he could have built the TC here, but then he wouldn't have had the berries close by. He's been using those berries, and he's going to be able to click the castle. You guys don't have a fixed ping button on your keyboard. Yeah, it must be a new type of keyboard. Did Purple just delete a villager here? Purple has 4 deaths. Oh, not another one. Okay. We're fine. It's fine, chat. It's fine. So 2 deaths for yellow. That was to the wolves. 4 for teal. I assume that was to boars and maybe a wolf. 1 death for Joe Manal. Probably boars. 4 deaths for purple. 2 deaths for green. Holy cow. But Joe Manal's the first to click up. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Regicide. Joe Manal actually doesn't know about this gold being taken by Orange. I have a feeling Orange is going to be in trouble. He's going to have to move back to one of these golds. For the 24-hour stream, I will be doing face cam the entire time, guys. I have the same old camera, but I have better lighting now. So it should be doable. I haven't set that all up yet because the 24-hour stream is 2 weeks away. What's in the middle of the map? Yeah, good question. I don't know. This looks like the one Capture the Relic map that you'll see sometimes, where you have to cut through the layers of trees, but there's nothing here. Wood will be a problem for everybody, though. You can see them taking these little lines of wood. So I think getting to the middle will be important for wood as the game goes on. I'm very surprised with Joe Manal's start. I guess you want to TC the berries and build a lumber camp instead of TCing the wood. Oh, Teal's poor scout. Fuzzy Llama has had his scout walled in. Joe Manal just destroying people. Oh, don't ever scout Joe Manal's base. He will make you pay for it. He will make you pay for it. Joe Manal says, I have 2 scouts. What are the odds that he would wall in 2 separate scouts with villagers? He's gonna TC this. And I guess he can just garrison the TC to kill the scout. The funny thing is, Fuzzy Llama hasn't realized yet. Fuzzy Llama doesn't know, man. Look at the scouting. He took this path right here. Yeah, now he knows. Oh, that's funny stuff. Joe Manal should build a monastery and convert them. Because why not? It's so important to have 2 scouts. Joe Manal is allied now with Orange, I guess, because it's Diplo. So he's going to let Orange take this gold. Obviously, Joe Manal is not friends with Purple and Teal. And this scout will probably die to the TC. Let's see if yellow and orange are friends. There's one archer there from Jomanal. I'll go to Nopezor's point of view. Nopezor is obviously allied with Jomanal. He is neutral with yellow. So he's using neutral, which is quite rare. I feel like it would be beneficial for them to team up. Also, it would be beneficial for teal and green to team up. And still boars are around the map being lured in. Dr. Friend Fan is on the way to castle, as is Fuzzy Llama. A similar skill level there. Filster is going for the great house wall of China. Because that's a thing. Look how many houses he has. Filster is dedicating, let's see, he has 28 vills, and he has about 6 building houses, so that's a high percentage of his economy for just house building. By the way, it looks like the overlay is bugging out, which does happen when we have these large free-for-alls and alliances can be set. So I apologize, I can't do anything about that. You're going to see names twice. It's just going to give you more and more info to look at. And more to be confused by. Did yellow not realize that red is dead? He just signaled that red is at 400 score in the Dark Age. And yellow just signaled and said, "Red, you have idols." And then he goes, "Oops, he's dead." That's funny. Whoa, is green really on his way to imp? Are you kidding me? Fast imp as Celts? I remember when Viper did this not too long ago on Black Forest, and I was saying, yeah, that's not a good idea. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think this is a good idea for Dr. Friend Fan. The only thing Imperial Age will give him is access to a trebuchet, and after that, he's not going to have too much except that intimidation factor. I guess he can make a few Woad Raiders, but he won't have a lot of resources. Mad Mafia, T90 bot is dead. T90 bot will be back after Christmas. By the way, I think I'm going to take tomorrow off for Christmas, and probably the 26th off. I will try and add my schedule the night of Christmas so you guys know, but I figured I'd say that now. Joe Manal says he doesn't backstab till the end of the game. Good to know, good to know. He's on 2 town centers now, strong economy, strongest player in this game so far. That being said, everyone else is fairly even, being fairly competitive. Lost like 8 vills because of no loom. Well, 7. I guess he lost his vills here to Teal Scout. And oh no, Purple! Purple is going to finish off this chick, I think. Maybe she can make it back to the TC. So Jomanal does have enemies, and Nolo Finway is not satisfied with Jomanal's presence. Man, I should have saved that pun. Should have saved that pun because it's Christmas time. Like, he's not satisfied with Jomanal's presence. Jomanal should have just gotten a gift card, I guess. I should have saved that one. I didn't realize it until I said it, how good that could have been. So what green has done is go to the Imperial Age to make 4 Woad Raiders with a defense upgrade and 2 trebuchets queued up. This is actually quite impressive, the fact that he's able to afford all of this. It's not easy to keep town centers running when you put all of those resources into the Imperial Age upgrade. I thought he was allied with Teal. He is allied with Teal. He does not have cartography, I guess. I think Teal could fight this. I think if Teal made Tarkans, he could fight this. But I would panic big time if I saw this. I see greens and imp. I see a trebuchet. I would just panic big time. And I think that's what might happen here. I think that he's going to realize that his castle's going to go down. He's not going to realize that green doesn't have a lot of economy to make military after this build. And he is going to have to run away. if he doesn't make military. And cavalry archers would do the job if he had multiple ranges. And the Tarkin's being created. So only 5 Wood Raiders for green, but he has the Trebs on the TCs and the castle. And Santa Claus is in this castle for Fuzzy Llama. Only fletching on this cavalry archer. Okay, that was kind of loud. I don't know if that was loud for you guys. Jon Snow, Merry Christmas, man. Thank you so much for the host. We're doing a Regicide game right now, and the kings are Santa Claus. The Santa Claus is running away for Fuzzy Llama. It's green fast imped. Jon Slow style on the 1 CC. Yeah, it looks like the Treb will stay up. I think Teal could still survive if he makes cavalry archers. His fast imp as Celts is not that great. Kind of weird how over here Jomanal as Koreans has built a tower, and somehow, some way, the Purple's tower is winning the tower war? Like, excuse me? I'm sorry? Might have been a Maganel out for Purple. Orange and Yellow still seem to be kind to one another. Also, chat, let's throw some salutes in there for the host. Welcome, Jon Snow. I don't think Jon Snow is a huge Regicide guy, so I doubt he's going to stick around, but thanks for the host anyway. Jon Slow is Jewish, you noob. Thank you, Discern. Thank you. I saw Discern said, did T90 acknowledge me yet? I need to know so I can ignore him. Yeah, there you go, man. Man, it's becoming a struggle for Fuzzy Llama. Green actually teched into Elite Skirmisher as well. This is so unique, guys. He's only at 39 Vils. Look at Jomanal. Jomanal's at 65 Vils, so he's going for late game. This is very, very unique stuff from Green. Normally, when you're this aggressive early on with very little economy, it catches up to you later on as everyone else is booming. Also, if you're the first to attack someone, normally everyone hates your guts later on, and they try and snipe your king and you have no friends. And it's good to have friends around Christmas time. The Santa Claus is back here. More archer range is being built by Fuzzy. I still think Fuzzy could do it, but he has not responded well to the early attack from Green. That being said, Green has... I can tell Green is the better player. With his strategy choice, with the fact that he's doing the counter with skirmishers. It's still not ideal, but I can tell he's the better player. And I think Fuzzy Llama will probably be a dead llama before you know it. Real friends don't exist in free-for-all. Yeah. Free-for-all is like real life. Right when your friends don't need you, they'll backstab you and kill your Santa Claus? I mean, like... I don't think there's any other way I could have made that joke. Jomanal almost in the Imperial Age now. Tell me that's not his MTC. Okay, it's not his MTC. He's Korean, so he could go for multiple castles and go war wagons. Also, he could go for halberdier. His economy's not as strong as he would like, I'm sure. And Nopesor is also on the way to Imp, and they might team up on Jomanal. I don't know. You notice how yellow and orange are right next to one another here. Jomanal saying, "Yellow, please don't touch me." I guess because he sees this, as they are allied. And Yellow sending in Saracen cavalry archers. What does Orange have in his castle? Well, nothing except his king right now, but he could make the trebuchets. And yeah, let's get some tears in the chat for poor Fuzzy Llama. I have to say, Dr. Friend has been the champ thus far. 53 Vils, he went fast imp as Celts, so odd. And he's doing a great job. I've never seen this guy in a community game either. I wonder if it's just a random guy that joined from Voobly. His 1v1 rate is 1530 on Voobly. His team game rate is 1500, so this is pretty good considering his rating. Feel bad for you, Fuzzy Llama, I feel bad for you. But maybe you'll get to see Green get sniped. Fortel attributed 299 gold to Jomanal. Huh. I wonder why he just sent... You know what I think happened here? This is actually hilarious. I think Yellow ran in here And Jomanol wasn't happy about it. And so Yellow is now running away, and that was his way of asking for forgiveness. He just sent resources to Jomanol so Jomanol wouldn't be angry at him. Did you see what happened there? You rarely see that. What I'd like to see more often in community games is where like the dominant player asks for resources from the weaker player to make it more realistic. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, for example, Teal and Green were friends. And Teal was still alive somehow but had a weak economy. Green would say, if you send me resources, I won't kill you. I'm going to tax you. I'd love to see that. People get so angry, but it'd be so similar to what really went on. Gotta make it as accurate as possible. We even need to make it accurate with the civilizations, guys. So, if you know the history of your civs, make sure it plays out like it would have in the past. So we're gonna see Halb Siege for Jomanol. I think that Jomanol is in trouble, though. I think Yellow and Orange will team up on him. And I'm sorry, I just completely forgot about Filster. But sadly, Filster is getting destroyed by the Woad Raiders still. Now let's see where he has his king. I don't know where he has his Santa Claus. It's not in there. And Filster's dead as well. He really has no chance here. What's up with the walls from Filster as well? It's a bit peculiar. Green has just been destroying everyone. Going around and around in a circle. That's what Snippy should have done on the Pilgrims map. Yes, I agree, Duke. I think you should have taxed Trireme. That would have been hilarious. Is this the Santa Claus? Yeah, here's the Santa Claus for Filster. Unfortunately, though he has survived to be able to deliver the toys, all of his elves are dying. And Mrs. Claus, I don't know where she is. Maybe this is Mrs. Claus here. She's gonna die. It's sad. But it's real life. Santa Claus has to go through various trials every single Christmas Eve.
Defend him.
And Filster just now putting Green on enemy. Green is ruthless. Green is absolutely ruthless. He does not care about having friends at all. And he's doing a good job. Like, who can rival him right now? I mean, there's just a 1v1 going on this side, so I imagine for Purple, this is quite bad. Because he's being attacked by Jomanol already, and he's kind of losing this fight. And he's going to have Woad Raiders and Trebuchets in his backside. This is going to suck. The castle stays up for Jomanol. Jomanol probably is not going to win a Halb v Halb fight because Japanese Halbs are better. This is all very interesting. If I were to make a prediction, I would say that the Green is going to be the real powerhouse. He'll probably do a significant amount of damage to Purple here, and Purple will struggle because Jomanol is still attacking him. So, over time, that's going to leave Jomanol significantly weakened and vulnerable to attack on this side by these two. And Green's not going to have any friends, so I think Purple will be the next one to really struggle. Then Jomanol will probably get teamed up on by Yellow and Orange. Look at all those Cavalier. It will be Paladin as well. And then it might be a 2v1 versus Green. It might be Fortel and Nopzor versus Green. And I don't know how that will play out. I imagine they would beat Green. And then I don't know who you favor between Yellow and between Orange. But they might be the final two. That's just a guess. But if Green has the eco to make full Woad Raider, the Halberdiers are going to die hard for Purple. Though he could make Samurai, but he only has one castle right now. And yeah, in come the Trebuchets. Let's see where they have their kings, though. So Santa Claus is here for Nofin. Jomanol has his king, or had his king here, I believe, earlier. Is Orange going to steal some gold? My guess is Orange is going to build mining camp on the gold. Yep. Yellow has his king, or Orange has his king in this castle. Full Byzantine Paladin. Byzantines don't have the strongest Paladin in the world. but it's still their strongest unit. You can go Cataphract or Paladin, really. Yellow has his king where? Not in the TC, but I don't know where he has it. But Saracen cavalry archers are pretty fun to see. Also, he might go for the snipe. Either versus green or versus orange. So I think that he needs orange by his side for now. Onager researched here for Jomanal. Green hasn't massed a lot of military. In fact, he sent a lot of it back. He's just collecting all the extra golds on the map. Green is expecting the attack on this side. He's building a few castles. Green has so much map control. There's gold here. We see all the golds next to these castles. All the golds here. The gold where Filster had a base. He's in a great position as Celts with those resources. But it's going to be so tough for me to follow what's going on. I still think Jomanal is going to be teamed up on. These cavalry archers are in a questionable position if Yellow really wants to be friends with Jomanal. My guess is Jomanal is going to be teamed up on. If you can give, I won't mind. Hold on, what are they saying? I missed some of the chat there. Surely Jomanal is going to die. Surely Jomanal is going to die. Sure, he has Onager, and that would do well versus the cavalry archers, but the cavalry archers are fantastic to snipe kings with. Luckily, I think now Jomanal has realized. Filster says, cool, I'm dead anyway. Thanks, Orange, for the king hide. I didn't follow where Filster sent his king, but I will look. Okay, here we go. Fortel has changed diplomatic stance with huge enemy. Why are you attacking that castle, Fortel? That's the wrong castle if you want to be sneaky. Jomanal has already realized. Orange still hasn't helped out, so it's just Yellow on his own. And Jomanal now says, help versus Yellow, anyone. Well, Jomanal, first of all, if you want to help yourself, you have to change Yellow to enemy. So you can kill him. Because he's getting a ton of free kills here. Oh, hold on a second. Orange is now attacking Yellow. So Orange is going to help out Jomanal. I did not expect that. Interesting turn of events here. Where does Filster have his king? Filster has his king back here still. 2 population. Obviously out of this game. These cavalry archers obviously going to get destroyed. Yellow will lose his trebuchets. And now Yellow could be in trouble, man. Because green is attacking him here. And Orange has so many units. Only 25 military for Yellow, and he's gone with cavalry archers. If he had 80 Mameluke, then I would say he could do it, but he went for the snipe choice. And green's gonna clean him up here with Elite Road Raider now, and capture him on the way. And it's about to be a Fortel sandwich on this bottom side. Well, I kind of respect Orange for doing that. I think the smarter move would have been to team up versus Jomanal, but Orange and Green right now are the strongest players, and don't let the score deceive you. Though Green is top scorer, I don't think it'll be that way for very long. With the amount of gold that Orange probably has in the bank, with the fact that he's killing so much with Paladins, he has more military numbers, and now he has a friend in blue. I think Orange is in the best position. Still the fight going on this side. This is turned back into a 1v1. There's no longer green attacking purple on the back of his base, and we have hand cannons, which will counter the elite samurai from purple. And we have elite war wagons, which will counter the skirmishers here from purple.
Yes.
But I like the engagement a lot better for purple because the samurai are chewing up the war wagons, and there's still a lot of skirms behind. I'm sorry, I'm trying to follow where the kings are. I think this is where Yellow might be hiding his king. It's possible he's running away somewhere. Oh, he's... What? Is my audio that screwed up? Did he resign or did... I'm sorry, that's the second time this game. The audio is kind of quiet for me. And I'm missing a lot here. It could just be because I didn't have coffee. But anyway, Yellow is out of it. I'm not unsure if he lost his king or what. My bad. So now full Paladin versus Wold Raider and Siege Ram. And that's really good for Orange, because he can take all of Yellow's resources, all of Yellow's map control. Green signals and says woo 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 because he sees the wolves. And he's actually going after Gray's king with the Trebs. Philster still staying alive. Poor Santa Claus, that's hilarious. I just love the way he runs, man. I didn't know Santa Claus would have the moves. Oh, no. Fortel, does he know? I need to message Fortel real quick. If he closed the game out after dying, then I can no longer spectate. So hopefully he knows that. Imagine he's still in game. I'm just going to send him a message. Normally we have a lot of the same hosts that know that, so I want to make sure he knows that. Has not responded to me, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, here's Philster. This is all he has to control, really. He has 2 military, so he's a military unit and the king. And no! It says Merry Christmas there. RIP. Great snipe there from Green. Green has been very entertaining this game. He lost all of his World Raiders and Rams here to the Paladins from Nopezor, and instantly he's going to tech into what I believe is Halberdier. The Philster joins the chat and says, damn, my king. Great job from Purple, man. Pushing back Koreans is not easy to do. And he's doing a good job. He's asking for Paladins from Orange now, which would be great teamwork again from Orange if he actually contributes. What do you think of the organ gun +1 spread damage? I don't entirely agree with it. Honestly, this is probably really bad for me to say in front of 500 viewers, but I just think that it's a dumb unit. Like, it's going to be so hard to balance. A unique unit with minimum range. I mean, I think the best way to balance the organ gun is just remove it all together and add another unique unit. I've never liked the unit at all. But it's hard. Like, obviously the unit's going to stay. And I think it's just going to be very difficult to tell until we see it used. So we'll have to wait and see. With all the balance changes, we have to wait and see. Look at the resources Orange has now. Still collecting decent amount of gold. Probably we'll be able to find some gold where Yellow was. I'm not sure. There's a little bit. Though Green is here. Now would be the perfect time to go Elite Cataphract. I think Byzantines can counter Celts if Byzantines get Elite Cataphract. He already has the resources for it. He already has the upgrades on the Paladins. Only 1 castle, however. But Elite Cataphract would be wonderful. Yeah, it's not even the strength of the organ guns, it's just how the unit works. I find it incredibly underwhelming. The other thing that's kind of underwhelming as Jomanol is getting pushed back is the Elephant Archer. Like, that's such a situational unit. Like, maybe if it's a team game and you have a ton of trade, you can afford to use that unit, but it's slow. It is the complete opposite of what a ranged unique unit should be. Ranged unique units should be more viable. And so that one is also another one that I just don't get. Like, I think if we're talking about balance changes, imagine if the Indians' camels were... Like, Imperial Camel wasn't quite as strong for Indians, but they had a unique unit that was somewhat viable. That would change the Indian meta completely. Yes, Prox, that's what I'm saying. I know that organ guns are going to be stronger, but we'll have to wait and see. I know, and I love how the community wants to talk about balance changes all the time, but I find that a lot of people like to talk about how certain civs should be strong in situations, yada yada yada, instead of just playing it out. And you know, that's how Sijin is going to have to monitor things. He's going to have to see how the experts play the civs, and it's going to take some time. Notice Siege Onager being researched for green. Let's see the resources he has. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you kill so many players. You can get all that gold. Wood is his biggest struggle right now. Now, Orange doesn't want to fight this because of the full upgrades on these Halps. He needs to mix something else in, and there we go. There's Elite Cataphract for him. And he's going to send some of his Paladins this way. And he's going to help Jomanol. And hold on a second! Where's Jomanol's Santa Claus? I've completely forgot about the fact this is Regicide, apparently. I think it might be in this tower, no? I haven't control grouped it. Oh, here we go. Here it is. I'll control group it now. He's gonna run away and survive, but it won't be a great quality of life. It was a little bit confusing how the Arbalests were next to this castle. Oh, great shot with the Onagers. It's quite hard for me to follow. This is really bad for Orange. If he's gonna stay here, he needs to patrol and fight it. Hey, stop running around, man. Just patrol and fight it or just run away. There we go. He's gonna fight it, and Arbalest will help out versus the Halps. Well, that's a lot of losses. He just threw away a lot of gold to these Halps. That's really gonna hurt him. There's no trade for them yet. Now here's Jomanol's Santa Claus running towards the market, so I guess they have just started trade. I'd like to remind you, purple has no friends in life, but he's still pushing. Green has no friends in life, and he's still pushing. Yeah, I didn't even like the addition of Imperial Camel. I think that the reason they made so many camel changes in 5.7 was just because of the inclusion of Indians. Like, if you're gonna give Imperial Camel to a Civ, then how about you not make their economy so freaking strong with the cheap bills, you know? Yeah, I had a lot of issues with some of the additions, but, you know, we're not gonna see Imperial Camel removed or Organ Guns removed or, you know, some of the things I mentioned removed at all. Look at these shots here, incredible shots with the Siege Onager. So I think, seeing as those things will stay, there are definitely more things that can be addressed. Oh man. Siege Onager from Celts, Korean Onagers. We could see some beautiful T90 Rex here. The Skirmishers have 8 range, 9 range on the Onagers. You can see Purple recognizes this. He's trying to pick off the Onagers. Great play. His Halbs have withered away. The question is, does Jomanol really have the space and or economy to do anything here? And does Orange have the gold to do anything versus Green? Oh, the friendly fire! Gotta be careful with these Onagers, man. The one thing that Orange could go for is a King Snipe. It's gonna be so difficult, but the King is there for Green. Maybe Purple could be thinking about that now. It's going to be hard because he's focusing on this fight still. Yeah, this fight is going to be won by Purple if there's no Onagers for Jomanol. In fact, Jomanol, he does have an Onager coming out of this Siege Workshop, but if he continues to lose the Siege Workshops, he will have no counter to this. So 2 separate 1v1s going on at the moment. Orange and Blue are on the back foot, and Orange and Blue are actually allied to each other. I think that Camel Archers, I don't know, they ran into an issue where they wanted to add expansions, but they're adding counters that didn't exist before. Like, a Camel Archer is an anti-Cavalry Archer. So when people look for more expansions, I'm thinking, how much further can they take it, right? I'm all for new content if it's good, but we have 30 plus civilizations now. And the Camel Archer was extremely strong, I get it. It makes sense that there's going to be imbalances with new units. But I think it's the firing speed that needed to be changed. I don't think taking off 5 HP is going to change that much. I think it's the firing speed and or the movement speed of those units. I think the best comparison I can give you guys to explain it is, in AOC, without the expansions, Mangudai were rarely seen in Castle Age because they fired slower, and you really need to invest in Thumb Ring and a lot of upgrades to make them viable. Oh my gosh! 3 huge shots from the Onagers, ruining my explanation, but I'll take it. So basically my point is they need to make the Camel Archer like that. They need to make it so the Camel Archer is really not that viable in Castle, and then it's viable if you want to transition into them in the Imperial Age. And with the changes they made, again, it depends. We'll have to see how it goes, but I don't think they've made the changes in the correct manner. So many trebs from green. I mean, guys, he still has 4,000 gold. I don't think there's anything orange can do. Purple saying green GB. I think maybe because green had some units over here. Send me 10k wood and I'll GB. Okay, that's what I like. I like a demanding individual. All the production buildings will, of course, go down for orange. Orange probably has the Santa close by. And he is actually in this TC, and I just don't see him holding on now. He's making light cav after siege onagers that have 105 HP. And there's halberdiers protecting them. And green has played this one perfectly so far. NGL, the reason I lost this game is because my keybinds aren't working. Kappa. Of course. Of course. It's just like when the AI says, I couldn't build a wonder in the Dark Age, thus I must resign. Yeah, orange is gonna die, blue will die most likely, though we might see some cool shots. It's just trash that purple's losing. And then you gotta give green a huge advantage, I think. Santa Claus is gonna go down, we're gonna see Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. GG, Nopesor. You played very well, Joe Manal has just resigned. And then suddenly this gets very interesting. We have fully boomed Celts versus Japanese, and this guy has no trade whatsoever. He does have, oh my goodness, he does have some gold piles here that he needs to secure. I think green has played better. Green has been all over the map. He's done exceptionally well. I also think green is the best civilization now to win this game. If you want to think of a new civ, what would it be? Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. It would be the new expansion that I want. I wanted to have Voobly features. I wanted to be like have some other additions that needs to be added to the game, and I don't think new civs are necessary to make this game great. I think that in the past they've added new civilizations before addressing imbalances, and that bothered me big time, considering the amount of money that was made on them. And I don't think we need new civs. I don't think we need new civs right now. We've had a lot of expansions the last couple of years, and I'm scared that if too much is added, it's gonna ruin some of the specialty things about the game. So, like, honestly, my answer is that, yeah, I don't think we need new civs. So, Kataparuto being researched by Purple. That means his trebuchets are going to fire faster. I imagine his ideal comp as Japanese would be... Oh, man. Honestly, his best chance is if he king snipes. Because in a straight-up fight, he should always lose versus Celts when they're boomed up like this. Sure, Samurai do pretty well versus the World Raiders, but the Siege Onagers can attack ground. The Samurai, they can kill pretty much anything in these numbers. And it's tough for Purple now, because Green is fighting on both sides. This does not seem like a 1500 player. Even though he's going to lose these Onagers, the fact that he has so much production on both sides, and so much activity with his army is pretty incredible. He's done a great job. A bird flew over mine kingdom, and no wonder I think it's no wonder you were victorious. I shall abdicate. Yeah, exactly. A sloppiness from green here. But we might see a shot. Please fire. I swear, curse the commentator is a real thing. Because I just was applauding this guy, and he threw away all those SOs and trebs. Is he really gonna go Cavalier now as well? What? He's gonna go into Celt Paladins? Okay. Honestly, Celt Paladin is better than Celt World Raider if you're up against Samurai. And they're faster too. in custom scenario, for example, I guess we talked about CBA earlier. In CBA, you can't make World Raiders, so it might be a bad example. But you can make Paladins as Celts, and it's still the strongest unit. I saw a Nomad game. He has clicked Paladin as well. I saw a Nomad game where Dave was playing versus some Voobly 2Ks, some of the best Nomad players in the world. And Dave had done an exceptional job. And he ended up going Celt Paladins. And he won with Celt Paladins. So it's definitely, if you have unlimited resources, which is basically Green's position, it's definitely not a bad idea. It's only a bad idea when he runs into enemy Halberdiers. But he can just run away. We'll have the mobility. And hopefully after an hour that this game is still going on. And there's no issues. Green is walled in as Santa into this corner. Stroden, what did you miss? You missed a lot of death, my friend. Look at all the green on the minimap. Oh man, this could be tasty. This could be tasty. I'm not sure what's going on because there's no message from them. There's no message in the game room. But guys, just look at this. This is Green's point of view. I assume he has not patrolled these units. Look at this. Both players are unaware of what is happening here. Fire, please. Pay attention. I know you're being awesome and researching Paladin and whatnot, but please. No. Oh, man, that hurts so much. That could have been so good. Just passing, though. Green has just let the army pass. And now he notices these Halberdiers. On this side, we can see what the Onagers can do versus Samurai. There must have been a pause, because now it's getting faster all of a sudden. Good cleanup versus the Traps and the Samurai, and Purple will lose everything here. Actually, with no melee units, I think that Purple could kill the Siege Onagers, and that'd be worth it. Is Purple going for the... Hold on a second. Isn't it kind of peculiar how Purple's sending these skirmishers and halberdiers towards where this king is? You know what I mean? Isn't it kind of weird how he's randomly sending the skirmishers this way? And he feels like it's worth the chance to run past enemy siege workshops? He definitely needs the king snipe if he's going to win this game. I'm not saying it has happened here, but hopefully there was no pause and stream cheat situation. Because I was looking at the king there. I don't allow players to play if it's confirmed stream cheat. And now he's running, like, towards that corner. And I think if it's lagging now, it's because he might have the stream open. Okay. Now he's going and he's just researched treason. So now he knows for sure where the king is. I don't know how he... like why he ran this way, but he does know the king was in that corner. And he's gonna pass the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus has just run past his halberdiers, just passing. But he's not gonna be able to do anything now. And now he has his paladins here. And Green's calling him out as well, so I'm not crazy. He says, how do you know my king is there without research? It's normally pretty easy to tell if someone's watching the stream. But he didn't do treason when it was in that corner, and he was already running that way. So that's why I was questioning it. But the Santa Claus should be able to find a castle. And there's nothing these skirmishers are going to be able to do down here. So Purple's basically wasting population. And now there's 100 military from Green here. And he simply will not be able to do anything against this. Yeah, but Project Belgium, he knew before. I saw him make treason, but he knew way before. He was already leaving for that corner around the time the lag started and before treason. So it kind of made sense that there's probably a stream cheat situation going on there. It's the first time that has happened in a long time. I'm pretty sure that's what happens, but he's still gonna die. And that's why I normally choose to do like the sub drawing. Like, that's the benefit of having a lot of the same people coming back, is because people won't do that kind of stuff. It's tough for me because I don't want to say someone is stream cheated without knowing for sure. But I'm pretty certain. Like, I don't want to ruin someone's reputation or anything. This Santa Claus is gonna have to hop out of this castle. And there's a lot of halberdiers here. Green is taking a huge risk. This is an expensive investment, especially when the Santa Claus, despite all the cookies and milk he likes to eat, is faster than the Paladin. And there he goes. And okay, now he's been spotted, and I think he's gonna be trapped here, and he's gonna die, and Merry Christmas. That is the end. Dr. Friendfan, you are the real MVP, dude. That was a crazy game from you. Fast Imp, 2 Trebuchets, 5 Woad Raiders, killing Teal, killing Gray, booming up around the map. That takes some real skill, man, and you did a great job without any allies either. Hatter, thank you so much for the sub. Chat, let's get some hype there. Well played, dude. Well played. I mean, he was just by far the better player. Again, he didn't have any alliances set up. He didn't have any trade set up. He just used brute force and killed multiple players, took their gold. We'll look at the achievements now, and you can just see how much gold he collected. Very well done by him. Look at the KD. 740 kills. He was leading the way there. The economy difference. Just look at that, guys. 38k gold. So while it can be a risk to kill people early on, people won't like you very much, it can also pay off. And he had 4 times the amount of gold as most players did. Second place there was Orange, and he did start trade, so maybe if Jomanol was in a better position, they could have 2v1'd Green. But I was impressed. Go play on HD, Kappa. Go HD, I crash all. Yeah, HD stability is out of sync it when you don't want to play the game anymore. Well, thanks for the support, guys. I don't know who Dr. Friendfan is from the stream, but if he's listening,